On today's episode, I'm going to tell you a story of how 5-4 got started, the direction we were heading, and how it really scared us. And we made a complete 180 rebrand over a decade ago to bring the brand that you guys see today. It's an amazing story. I think it really talks about how important it is to be authentic to yourself and to clear out the noise in the market when you actually start a brand or a business. And thanks for everyone always supporting the Menlo Club. Appreciate everyone sharing all the episodes. We're having January was my biggest month ever, so appreciate it. As always, screenshot, share with friends, and we're going to pick a winner for the Menlo Club package. I'm also going to pick another winner because we're about to launch a brand new pair of shoes for New Republic. It is the ultra lightweight, action leather, stain resistant. It's probably the best, most innovative product we've made as a company. I'm going to give a pair of those as those are launching as well. Screenshot, share the episode, tell a friend, share it on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, LinkedIn, tag me, tag a friend. Just go play tag. Thank you. So today we're talking about rebranding, and the concept can apply to many things. You could be talking about your business's rebrand, your personal rebrand. And the story I'm going to share with you is something that happened over 10 years ago, probably now 12, 13 years ago for 5-4. So when we launched our brand in 2002, we started off as an LA-based streetwear brand. And streetwear in 2002 was the early days and looked very, very different than it does today. And there was a handful of brands across the country that we kind of really looked up to in terms of streetwear. One was out of New York City, a brand called 555 Soul. There was an LA brand, Southern California brand called LRG. And it mimicked like a street skate lifestyle that we really believed was the future of young men's fashion. So we launched in that category. And, over the next couple of years, we got drawn into retailers just based on the product we were making in Uptown New York City, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Atlanta, Chicago. And to be honest, a lot of West Coast stores in streetwear didn't exist. So the stores we sold in the West Coast were more contemporary men's stores. So a lot of them don't even exist today. Places like Kitson, even Fred Siegel that's still around today, and Lisa Klein, all these stores that sold like better men's goods, but had a following for young people that just wanted to buy cool brands. So we didn't have that ecosystem of retailers in the West Coast because it was predominantly skate surf, and we just didn't fall in that category. So we ended up going out east. I ended up spending a lot of time in Philly, Atlanta, Baltimore, DC, New York. And what happened was our brand started picking up in a lot of like hip hop based retailers, and the business was getting so big that I started listening to them. So they started saying, "Hey, I need bigger sizes. Our customers are just bigger out here." Okay. So we used to make 2XL, then we went to 4XL. Then we started following trends that were predominantly happening on the East Coast, not West Coast stuff. So louder colors, bigger logos. And a few years go by, and we started looking at our brand, and it was not the brand we started. Yes, our business was growing, but it felt like a brand that was going to be a fad, was going to be here today, gone tomorrow, and it was not authentic to who we were as people. And at this point, we had launched our brand when we were like 21, 22. I think we were about 27 years old. And my business partner, Anders, and I started looking at the brand and the product, and we were like, we're almost at the point where we're not going to wear this stuff anymore. And we really want to be something that people can wear for the rest of their life. And the product we were making was too trend driven, too bold, too of the moment, not classic. And what really inspired us from a fashion standpoint was the Ralph Lauren's, the Tommy Hilfigers, the really classic American heritage brands. And we were making product nothing like that. So we started taking a step back, and we're like, oh my God, what do? We really wanted to be the modern version of a J. Crew. That's something that we felt was a big opportunity, that there was this whole generation of customers that are going to find their next brand on their phone, and we wanted to be a part of that movement. This is 2007, 2008, and we saw trends, and we've really felt that brands like J. Crew and Ralph Lauren had lost touch with the customer. We were going through a recession. We had lost a lot of our business. So we were like, this is the best time to make that rebrand. So we literally woke up one day, changed everything, the product, the image, the way we shot photography, the way we delivered a marketing message. And we picked a date and said, today's the day of the rebrand. And we're just going to ignore whatever we had done in the past. Like it didn't even exist. And we do that hard change. And it was definitely a shock at first where people are like, where are all the things that we loved about your brand? And we just said, this is not who we want to be. Our business is struggling. This is the time to do it. So we did it. We literally switched on a dime. If you saw a month before what our product and brand looked like, and then the month later, it looked like we had literally moved to a different country, got bought by a company, the whole team got fired. But it was the exact same team that developed a completely new brand and got us on the path that we're on today. And that was over, I think, almost 12 years at this point. And it was the best thing we could have done, because today we are making product that we know people are going to wear forever. We know the style that we make. You can bring it in and out of your closet, and you could feel comfortable that it sits on trends. I'm wearing a jacket right now that's 4 years old that I got in my subscription box. And if I walked out and you saw me wearing it, you wouldn't even know that it was 4 years old. And my jeans are 2 years old. I just am excited that we were able to successfully do this rebrand. The key to it is we were very committed. We knew we were giving up business. We knew we were losing customers. We knew we would lose face with retailers. And that ultimately was the sacrifice we were willing to make to secure the future of our brand. And often, when you're in a business, a consumer business, and you listen to your customer too much, whether it's a direct to consumer business or worse, if it's a business that wholesales product, that is one of the scariest things, because frankly, retailers do not have your best interest when giving commentary about your product or brand. They have their best interest. They want to do what's best for them at this exact moment, not what's best for your brand or business 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. So we quickly learned that we needed to cut out the noise and really focus on this rebrand, and we just ignored the retailers. And that's where we were at that point in our kind of journey. We were very heavily dependent on what retailers told us to do because they paid our bills. We ignored them. We made this shift to direct to consumer. And frankly, 5 years go by, 6 years go by, we end up in the same jam up where we listen to our customers again. Too often do brands fall in that trap of listening to their customers, and you end up down a scary path. It is amazing to get feedback. It is amazing to improve your customer experience, improve the product, take that feedback. But how you apply it, you have to be very, very careful. If it ultimately derails the vision of the company, then you have to take a really hard look and say, yes, maybe this is the right path. And what are you willing to sacrifice to go on that path? Or wait, hold on a second. This is a small group of people that are chattering, and we're going to make a decision off of 10% of our customers. You can't do that either. And so ultimately, we were successfully able to rebrand because we just cut out all the noise and went forward with this strategy. And the things to take away from this is you can change the perception of your business. You just have to be willing to commit. No matter how big or how small you are, you can look down history and look at brands that people literally would never, you can go from bad to good pretty quickly, and vice versa. You can go from good to bad. And ultimately, the creative force of the company will determine the brand perception. And you as the entrepreneur, you as the leader or manager of this particular brand need to take a moment to make sure that your brand direction is going the right way. If not, take that step to rebrand, because that could mean the existence of your business or it going away. Very simple. Because once a brand does not connect with people, especially in the consumer space, it's over. There's nothing you can do if it stops connecting with people. And it's such an important lesson that we've learned that we have to be one, authentic to who we are as people. Because at the end of the day, this is a founder driven business. This is not a business that was driven by an opportunity in the marketplace, which is great and which people I respect. And if as an entrepreneur, I think it's a great way to start a business. But in my business, 17 years, if I don't live, breathe, and die my brand, I'm lying. And I live, breathe, and die everything we make because I believe in it. It's truly a passion of mine. And, our brands reflect that. And if you feel like your brands do not reflect that, it's time to take a hard look at the future of your business. Good luck.